Thank you for inviting me to what I assume is the Battle of the Bands for Judson University. That's very nice of you guys to let me. I'm not sure about that. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody's 2016 going? Oh, yeah. It's about the equivalent of that tunnel ride in Willy Wonka, where he's just like, there's no knowing where we're going, and there's scorpions on the wall. But in our version, it's like a jack-o'-lantern is in the Oval Office, so. No. This year's going all right. You know, we're almost at the end of it. And, you know, I started living in Volkman Hall this year for the first time. I've got my own room there. It's more like I rent a room from the spiders who own this building. And they let me live there and they don't bite me in my sleep, so that's very nice of them. But I've started having to do my own grocery shopping, which I don't know how many people out there are doing. All the older people are just rolling their eyes right now. But it's a new thing for me. And the craziest thing that I've seen so far while grocery shopping is in bulk I saw a pack of Pop-Tarts. It was a bulk 48 pack of Pop-Tarts. So that means there are 96 individual Pop-Tarts in there that you are buying in bulk. That is a level of commitment I am not ready for. I am not ready to enjoy Blueberry for the next 3 months. I would rather get married to a tortoise and keep our vows for however long that tortoise lives. I would rather sign up for a Shawshank Redemption cruise, which would be a boat where you live out the Shawshank Redemption movie for all 20 years. And I would rather go to a Founders Day chapel. I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw shade at Judson. I love Judson very much. Most of you probably know I work at the post office. I work for Judson. You know, the happiest place on earth. Trademark. If you see anyone else use that, please email me, because that is mine. That's my own creation. But the post office is a very fun job, because you meet a lot of people that you wouldn't, like all the delivery people. And, you know, there's a UPS guy, there's the regular mail guy, there's like a person who shoots carrier pigeons down, and then they deliver the packages to us. But my favorite is the FedEx guy. Let's call him Fred the FedEx guy, because I like that. For the FedEx guy, I had a very interesting interaction with him once, where he came in and he was just dropping off packages like normal, just like 3 copies of Eat, Pray, Love for Ron over here. Like he ordered all 3 for some reason. So he's passing them over to me, and I'm like, 3 again? He's like, yeah. And I just signed off on it, and he asked me, how are you doing? I'm good. Like, that's a question I know how to answer. Like, that's a social interaction where I'm like, I got this answer, and it's good. How are you? I'm very, very good at this one. But Ron, he kind of pauses for a second, and he says, I'm quoting exactly here, and I'm trying to copy the tone as well. You know, if you get older, the days blur together, Alex. And then he took the pad from me and walked away. Now, like the cha-cha slide, let's take a step back now, y'all. Let's analyze what he said to me. He said, you know, in a way that made me feel like he was gonna say, you know, I'm really into strawberry ice cream now, you know, like just a playful kind of thing. But he says, you know, if you get older, that's where the word when should go. That's like when you get older. The days blur together. Sad statement, Alex. I was not wearing a name tag. I don't know how he knew my name. You know, if you get older, the days blur together, Alex. And then he walked off. And I was stunned for a second. And then I kind of was like, I'm going to go talk to him. And so I followed him. He's already gone out of sight. I would go to someone, I was like, excuse me, did you see Fred the FedEx guy? They're like, Fred the FedEx guy? He's been dead for the last 20 years. And I look around me and I'm in an abandoned Denny's. I'm like, what? Have I been working here for a year? Did I commute here? I don't know what's happening. You know what I'm really good at? Segues. Christmas is coming up soon. I'm a huge fan of Christmas because Christmas time signals the start of Christmas specials. Those times in TV shows where they talk about Christmas morals and just have fun, happy times. My favorite kind, though, are the ones at shows where you wouldn't expect it, you know? And specifically, let me draw you a picture here. It's a show like CSI Miami, having a Christmas special. And the show starts, and the detectives are all around a body, and they're like, this fourth mall Santa had his throat slit. And then the other guy's like, looks like we have a case of ho-ho homicide. And like, if I see that, I will immediately drop everything I'm doing and sit down. Because those kind of shows are the best. Because at the end, once they've gone through all the things and captured the killer, usually they'll return to their base, their HQ, and they'll be like, oh, thank God we caught that killer. It's probably Starbucks for sending those green cups or happy holidays or whatever. And then they realize, oh my gosh, presents? But we were all solving the case. What? But that means, and then the camera pans up and Santa's streaking across the sky. Like, oh. Santa exists in this universe where murders are happening constantly in Miami, and this one cynical guy is just making puns about it the entire time. It's a strange thing. I'm kind of running out of time a bit, and I didn't have enough material, so I'm using kind of a backup plan that I go for. And it's usually, I'll go, have you guys seen like the Laffy Taffy jokes? Like you guys read those like real good puns and jokes? I'm pretty sure that's where Luke gets like 100% of his material. It's just through Laffy Taffy. So I'm gonna need some help just real quick. Just for this finishing joke, if you could just interact with me just for a second. Thank you so much. And just real quick, I need this money. Please don't ruin this for me, okay? This has got to work out for me. Alright? NSYNC, alright? You and me are it's just us, no one else is here. We're just gonna tell this joke real quick. Speaking of NSYNC, if you Justin Timberlake this and steal the show from me, I will not forgive you, alright? Okay, just last one. Okay, so, let me check here. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Children under the age of 4. Children under the age of 4 may choke on small candies. Thank you, that's all the time I have for tonight.